Welcome, everybody, to Vote Canada, right? Who is sick and tired of Facebook censorship, right? And who thinks that what they're doing is illegal, right? So basically what they're doing, they're censoring anybody that's not seems to have a liberal agenda, supporting globalism. And if you don't like socialism and globalism, you're going to get hammered by Facebook. They're going to take you right offline. Like all your pages will be gone. Twitter will block you. These guys are all working together, right? And you know what? There's a better way. So I'd like to welcome everybody here. I've been personally seeing this coming for a very long time, and I have been building Vote Canada since March. So this has been in the works because I know that my page is going to eventually get shut down. We just watched all the line pages get shut down, and you know what? Great job to those guys because they are doing an excellent job. I do think so. I'm really sorry, everyone, that I had to shut off the registrations here for a period of time. That's because you guys are so awesome that you crashed the server. Actually, it wasn't really the traffic that crashed the server. What happened is that WordPress, if it's not just extremely loaded with power, WordPress can't process a lot of registrations at the same time. So the WordPress, because VoteCanada.ca runs on software on top of a layer of software on top of WordPress, right? So I've added more CPU just to handle the server traffic, and I'm going to be we're just going to be making that so that WordPress can properly support this traffic that's happening there, right, for signup. So give it a little bit. I'm not doing this myself. The hosting company's doing it, so I'm just kind of waiting for. I'm waiting for my own responses, right? So, but we will get that fixed. And what's the purpose of Vote Canada? So why is it Vote Canada? Well, you know what? Like we're not looking for a political spin on what we're doing, but there is a need that the core of all the corruption that we face today comes from the process of Parliament, right? It comes from the lack of being able to do referendum. It comes from the lack of when something is happening, through Parliament, that Canadians say, hey, wait a minute, we don't want this, but you know what? You go ahead and try to prove it, right? You try to prove that that's what you want. And they're going to tell you that they have proof. They did the polling, right? They did the polling with Nanos. They investigated and they see that they have support for this because they polled 1,000 of their buddies, right? Well, F that. Like, we're done. Screw that. Fuck it, right? We're going to, this platform here, when you're logged in, one profile, one vote. Canadians can create polls for other Canadians to vote on, right? So when bills start to arise, and we know it's a malicious bill, and we know that nobody asked for that, what we're going to do is that we're basically going to start polling it. We're going to shame these guys in their tracks. We're going to say, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? So as they proceed with their malicious activities of creating laws and things that Canadians aren't asking for, not in the best interest of Canadians, and nor do Canadians want this kind of stuff, we're going to be able to say, hey, you know what? We're going to prove right here and right now that what you're doing is that you are double crossing us, for one, as Canadians, because you're doing what we don't want, right? So not only that, we're going to be able to show other stuff, and they can't rely on this. Like the days of going to Nick Nanos and getting him polling 1,000 of your buddies and taking it into the government, that shit is going to be unacceptable, because if you're not getting your data from Vote Canada, you simply don't care, because these are going to be real Canadians here. These are Canadians that can be asked on the fly. When the hell has a polling company ever called you to ask you what you want, right? So, Vote Canada is about questions and it's about answers, right? And hopefully we can solve a lot of things. We can start holding the government to account. We can start making it clear that we don't want this crap that they're saying that they're doing, right? So that's my spiel for the day. I'm done with Facebook. I for the last, say, week and a half or 2 weeks or whatever, I've been posting very minimal there because Facebook's actually, they throttled my post reach. They've gotten rid of my poll button. There's a lot of things. Vote Canada is followed by thousands of people, and it's just the post reach and everything's down. So I'm getting hammered too. And we're going to do something about this. We're actually going to show Facebook that when you throw people off your network and you censor them, we just go somewhere else. And for what you're trying to accomplish by censoring us, your fucking problem just got 10 times worse. Welcome to Vote Canada.